The next speaker is our former Foreign Minister, Møller.
One of the reasons why we started this initiative 10 years ago was exactly because we had been part of the roadmap for peace in 2002, and we thought that peace would be necessary for the development of the Arab world.
One important aim for this initiative when it was established back in 2003-04 was to enhance the dialogue between Danes and Arabs, between Danish organizations, institutions and so forth, and the Arab partners, to allow for a dialogue based on people working together on projects of common interest.
There are forces out there are groups out there, there's a civil society which wants modernization, which wants reform, which wants a free press, gender equality, ombudsman systems, for instance, rule of law. And of course they have difficult times, but especially in difficult times you have to know your friends.
We brought together a number of different journalists and editors and publishers and helped them set up Arab Reporters for Investigative Journalism. That institution has since then developed into one of the most powerful platforms for spreading investigative journalism in the Arab world.
For the Danish Association for Investigative Journalism, this has obviously meant an opportunity to become able to work closer with Arab journalists. We have had several journalists to the Middle East who have been either speakers at conferences, training, exchange programs that have increased their knowledge about the Middle East.
Back in 2008 we started our partnership with the Danish Scout, and it was mainly based on the youth exchange.
Mainly, of course, our partners have been civil society organizations and human rights activists, and they have all their heart and they devote all their time to this work. So this is, of course, a big pleasure to work with these organizations.
We benefited from their know-how and a matter of project management and leadership and all of that. Also, the Danish are gaining a lot from this project. It's like a win-win project, actually.
The partnership has been effective in terms of supporting women who are less empowered politically or who don't have all the necessary political tools to run for different elections, especially parliamentary elections, which are quite challenging for women in Egypt.
It's a good opportunity to come across a number of civil society and human rights organizations. It provides a platform for networking, information exchange, and also to voice the challenges and the shortcomings of the initiative.
I think it may take at least a generation, actually, to help people understand what journalism really is and get used to a new sort of journalism.
We, women NGOs in Yemen, we have not yet been using this initiative so that it can empower us as Yemeni human rights organization or women organizations. So by being here, so I'm voicing myself and the voice of other women. We need the Danish in general, whether the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or the Danish Institute for Human Rights, to give more space for women organizations to have a part of this initiative.
The Danish-Arab initiative program should continue to focus on supporting the less empowered groups, the less I guess the less lucky, or the people who are not just as lucky as everybody else in such a political environment with the political turmoil going on.
I think the last 10 years have shown us that we have to respect the differences between us to avoid the clash which some forces are looking for, and which will be a disaster on both sides of the Mediterranean. So I do not regret that we did it. I had hoped the breakthrough would be better and it would come, not because of our money, that's too little. The European Union has made similar programs later on, in the United States later on. So we can only, as a small country, show the way, take initiatives, and hope more countries will follow suit.